If Pinewood is right next to South Beach, why would you need a boat to get there?
I know what he's saying.
What am I trying to say?
They divided the countries. They divided, separated.
Oh, you want you the brother say he kind of divided us or separate us. You cooking with fire a little bit. Let me help you out. Give me the precept on Egypt. You got it?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5 and verse 6.
So, what we trying to help our people understand, Lennox, is what is this Bible talking about and where do you fit in it, right? So we just read earlier that Moses told the children of Israel the Most High God is going to take them back into Egypt again. So now I'm going to give you all a definition of Egypt, because when people read that, they really thinking about the land mass Egypt, all right? But that's not what the Most High God is talking about.
I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage.
So what?
From the house of bondage.
Lennox, what is the definition of Egypt? Let me see if you catch it. Read it again for the brother, but read it a little slower this time.
I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
So now the Most High God is speaking to the children of Israel. He say, I am your God that brought you all out of the land of Egypt, right?
From the house of bondage.
So what?
The house of bondage.
So what is Egypt known as, according to the Bible?
Like prison.
A prison or what? Slavery, the house of bondage. If you have somebody in bondage, you have them captive. So let's go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 68 and see what the prophecy is talking about. Go ahead.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So then it was prophesied, listen good, the Most High God is going to take the children of Israel, the people on this sign, the so-called Bohemians, because we from the tribe of Benjamin according to the Bible, the so-called Haitians, the so-called Jamaicans, Cubans, African Americans, all these people on the sign, you know what we have in common? All of us went into what? Slavery. When you open up the Bible and you see Israel, you see children of Israel, you see Israelites, it's talking about the so-called black man and black woman that went into what? Slavery. This Bible is not an international book. This is your history book, because you're the one that said they gave us the name Bohemian, right? So if they gave us the name Bohemian, what were we called before? Say it again?
No.
Arawaks and Lucayans, right? Okay, we got that next. So, again, do you all know that the so-called Arawaks and Lucayans, there were labels that were placed on those people? Because they never ran around calling themselves that. They always had a history. But the problem is, our people don't know their history before slavery. We reading it out of the Bible. Finish off what you got.
Again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Then Moses told the children of Israel, y'all will not see it again. What is the it? Our homeland, brother. We never went back to Jerusalem. We never went back to Israel. When they took us on those slave ships, they dropped some of us off where? In Haiti, some of us in the Bahamas, some in America, Cuba, Mexico, so on and so forth, and they made all of us slaves. Us as a nation of people, we never went back home. You understand? Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Hold on. I need you all to catch this. It say there, meaning the places that y'all are going to be scattered, y'all are going to be sold to y'all who?
Unto your enemies.
So let me ask you this. The three y'all play ball together, right? Y'all friends. Would you go inside his house, rape and rob and pillage his entire family, take them as slaves, and then still consider him your friend? No, right? The Bible say our enemies would do these things to us. So, who are the only set of people that went into slavery in the history of the world? Black people, right? Color, you can use the word color, that's fine. Because I like how you use that word. We are different shades of so-called black and brown. You understand? Because even though a brother might be more quote-unquote light-skinned than you, that doesn't... Say it again? He might have, well, privilege, society taught us about the privilege, but the point is we are still one race of people. Because take, for examples, right? The Puerto Ricans, are they the same complexion as... They are lighter. That's my point. But we are still what? One nation of people. You understand? Finish that off again, what you got?
And there thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So what happened is when our forefathers got here in the Bahamas and we were sold to our enemies, our oppressors, the same ones that gave us religion, the same ones that gave us the false image of Christ, we took on their lineage. Now we start calling ourselves what? Roll. Johnson, Brown.
Really different names.
We got different names. That's why Malcolm X changed his last name. He turned into X. He's like, that's not my name. That's the what? That's the slave master's name. The Bible is prophesying that we would what? We would discontinue from our nationality that God gave us. And what is our the so-called nationality of the nationality of the so-called black man and black woman based on the Bible? Israelites. I just want to make sure you're paying attention. I like that. All right, finish it off.
For born men and born women.
So then it says we would be sold for born men and born women, right? Give me verse 48. I know y'all gotta go. Just give me 2 more minutes, all right? Stick around. Because this information you're getting, y'all will never get inside the churches. They want y'all continue loss. So as y'all grow up, as y'all continue in life, y'all continue to make the same mistakes that the ones before y'all did. That's what they want. Read. That's what they want. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
Why do you think the Bible is saying we would serve our enemies? Let's read one verse up and see what it's going into.
Verse 47, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Because if we are the children of Israel, right, which is the actual sons of the living God, right?
That's right.
Why do you all think God allowed us to go in slavery? If everything that we bring out to y'all is true, right? God exists. He put his own people in slavery. Why do y'all think that happened? Why do you think as black men, young black men, we have to be the ones inside the ghetto suffering? We have to be the ones at the pump trying to catch some water in buckets. When y'all graduate from school, chances are, if y'all don't educate yourself, if y'all don't get the wisdom of the Most High God, why do y'all have to be the ones on the pump making $200 a week? Why do y'all have to be the ones at the back of the garbage truck picking up everybody garbage? Why y'all can't live life for keep? Why y'all can't live Old Fort Bay? Why y'all can't have the best in society even in your own country?
That's right.
But you know what they tell y'all? If y'all want to be successful in life, y'all have to play basketball. Y'all have to be like LeBron James. Y'all have to be like Kobe Bryant. Why are people afforded the same opportunities as the other nations? Y'all on. I asking y'all. Y'all don't have the answers, right?
That's just how life is. That's just how the white man get them.
Ah, you said that's how, what, our oppressors, that's how they have this world designed. But listen to the question that I'm asking y'all. Why did God allow it? Say it again, bro. Because of our sins. Read verse 47 again.
Verse 47, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
The Bible says because we didn't want to serve God with joyfulness and gladness of heart, he gave us up into the hands of our oppressors. You understand what I'm saying to you? Read on.
For the abundance of all things.
Give me 28:1. When we worship God, when you read about the history of the Israelites, wasn't Solomon a king? Wasn't David a king? When you read the scriptures, it say they had so much money, the streets, you could have find loose silver on the streets. You understand what I'm saying? You could have find loose gold. We had all type rubies, pearls, diamonds. We was the best dressed. Think about it. And the black man and black woman is the best at everything they do. We's the best dressed. We's the best athletes. We's the best cooks. Our women look the best. Everything we do is like pure gold. But then y'all gotta stop and think, well, why the hell we at the bottom of society? Read what you got.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So, this is the flip side now. Earlier, we was reading what happened because we disobeyed God. But now Moses saying, if you all listen to what God say,
to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations.
Slow down. The Bible say if the children of Israel listen to what God say, he would set them on a high above all the nations. So let me ask you this. Based off what the scripture just say, are we supposed to be equal with the other nations? No. Because God designed us to be what? Above. On
We
top.
used to scream black power while Heron was pushed But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.